Hi everyone, I'm Mandy Sutherland, and today I'm going to teach you a simple way to explain to others, such as children, family members, or friends, how to learn more about interstitial cystitis and proper ways to cath. So bear with me while I teach you. It's a little bit different than what you've seen in videos before or ways that they teach you at the doctor's office. I just thought of this the other day, so just bear with me. Like I said, it's a little bit different, so hang in there. I'm going to set my phone down so I can show you. Now, like I said, I just thought of this the other day. I've already showed people in my group this, and they kind of liked it, so most of you know what interstitial cystitis is. For short, it's IC. It's a bladder disease that causes lesions and ulcers and pinpoint bleeding in your bladder. It causes frequency, urgency, and a lot of pain. Now, a lot of people go through a lot of treatments, medications, surgical procedures, and it's not fun. Now, a lot of you know me by previous videos. A lot of you found me on Facebook, and then there's a lot of people in here that have found me on YouTube through other videos that I've made. I lost my bladder back in 2008 due to IC. I now have the internal urinary diversion called the Indiana pouch. Now, if you want more information on that, I'll be free to give it to you, or you can watch one of my other YouTube videos. More than happy to let you share any of those videos. I don't mind. That's why I made those videos, for educational purposes. And that's why I'm making this video, for educational purposes. That's why I make these videos. Okay, now I'm going to get to the point. Now, it's kind of awkward, but at least this helps. Now, like I said, I was outside the other day, and this just came to me. So, it may seem a little awkward at first, but you'll see why I done it. Now, I was outside with my dogs, and I seen mushrooms. So, we're going to play like this is the bladder, and this is your urethra. Okay, now on the inside of the on the inside of the mushroom, it's hollow. So that's why this is perfect. Now, in an IC bladder, like I said, there are usually lesions, ulcers, and pinpoint bleeding. So on the inside of this one, it's kind of awkward because this one has a little bit more inside. But there, I put lesions, I put ulcers, and these tiny holes are the pinpoint bleeding, okay? So it's pretty damaged on that side. Now on this one, on the inside, it's pretty healthy. So this would be a healthy side for the bladder. And that's for a normal person. So when you have such damage like this, it's very painful. And you cannot repair a bladder that's been severely damaged. Now, if it's in early stages, it does tend to heal. It don't go away. It's not like cancer. It don't heal as easily if you're in the advanced stages. Now, for me, it just got worse over the years. That's why they had to remove my bladder. Now with cathing, this is the difference in the catheters. This one is a male catheter, and it's very, very long. This one is 16 inches long. This is a female catheter. This one's in a special case. It's very short, okay? Now, here's the difference. There's a big difference here. Big difference. Okay. Now, whenever I learned how to cath, I used the male catheter. And to me, when you learn how to cath, females, big time. This is what I recommend, because a lot of times you need to sit in the floor and prop up a mirror so you can see what you're doing. And the reason being is because you want this end inside of a bowl that you don't use, so you can see with a mirror propped up where this end's going to go, because it's hard to find it. When you put this end inside of you, you only need about that much in your bladder. You don't want to go no further than that. As soon as pee starts coming out, you don't need to go any further inside. Men, I don't know how far you need to go. You probably need to go a little further. That's probably why you need, well, I know you need more, but I don't know how far in you need to go. Because I'm not a man, so I can't judge your distance. But women, you should not go too far in, because the further in you go, the more damage you're causing to your bladder. You're doing this by poking around inside your bladder, and the more you poke, the more damage, the more pain. So don't go no further than you have to. Now, I need my water. When you're cathing, I cut the stem in half and it kind of broke. When you're cathing, make sure you have lubrication, and make sure that you gently guide that catheter in. Don't rush it, because if you rush it, you're going to tense up and it's going to hurt. So just gently glide it, and that's the best way to do it. Just gently glide it. If you're having a hard time, take a deep breath, and as you blow out, then you can glide it in as you're breathing out. Just relax. A lot of people ask me about my stoma and if it hurts to cath. No, it does not hurt to cath. I have no nerve endings in my stoma, so I don't feel it. And I have to use the male catheters, because if I use a female catheter, it does not empty my pouch. The difference in a bladder and an Indiana pouch: the bladder on a woman fills up from bottom up, so therefore it empties from top to bottom. Indiana pouch fills up from top to bottom, so therefore it empties from bottom to top. Kind of weird, but interesting. I got to watch it on the screen whenever I was having my final tube out. But anyway, this is all kind of neat. Now, with interstitial cystitis, you can also get IC in your urethra. The damage caused on your urethra can cause problems while cathing. If that's the case, ask for lidocaine that you can put on your catheter if you're cathing. That might help a little bit with the pain. It's just a lot easier. Now, when you're explaining this to a child, make sure you're using words they can understand, because kids kind of get a little scared when you're describing big words and all of that. But I figured a mushroom it may help them to understand a little bit better, because you know they're fragile and they understand more than what you think. But this would be less confusing. Whenever you are asked about IC, it's best that you just open up about it and not hold anything back. But whenever, like I said, whenever you're cathing, women, go in, and as soon as you hit urine, like this, that should be it right there. But like I said again, go in too far, you're damaging your bladder. Look at that. Look at that. I used to cath wrong whenever I started cathing my bladder, and it hurt. I asked the doctor, I said, what am I doing wrong? He said, how are you cathing? And I showed him. He said, you're doing it wrong. He said, let me show you. And he showed me, and I learned how to do it right. I was putting too much in my bladder, and that hurt. So, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope that it's been educational, because that is my purpose in making this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But most of all, feel free to share, because after all, that's why I make these videos. So that way everyone can share the videos and help educate other people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Now you can find me on Facebook, Mandy Lee Sutherland, or you can find me on YouTube. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.